So this is Gianna. When Gianna saw her older sister, Marina, leading a glamorous life as a wealthy, exotic dancer, she wanted to be just like her. So at 18, Gianna decided to get a job where Marina was dancing. Gianna claims that the decision caused Marina to betray her in a way that has since destroyed their sibling relationship. I know. Everyone, please welcome Gianna to the show. Hi, Gianna, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm really good. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you as well.
Mwah. So, how long has this feud been going on with your sister?
Oh, man, all my life. Like, we can't even ever get along. We're constantly arguing. I can't even stay in the same room with her for so long. Like,
wow.
I'm so sick of it.
How bad is your relationship with Marina today?
Today, we're still beefing. I'm not comfortable with her. I don't trust her at all. I think she's just a liar, and I want her to be the bigger person. She's supposed to be the older sister, so grow up, you know?
And so you're convinced that your sister got you, fired, right?
Yes, I am convinced.
Why are you convinced of that?
Well, I'm convinced because she didn't want me to be there in the first place. Now, she thinks that I'm going back and telling her man all of her business when I'm not doing any of that. I'm there for my money, first and foremost. I can care less about what anybody's doing.
How did that get you fired? Because she was saying things about you?
She got me fired because I feel like she told the boss that I was drinking when I was not.
Got it, okay. So I heard you tell my producers that you think karma has caught up with her.
Absolutely, karma definitely comes back around because now that club we worked at is shut down now. So I moved to another local club about 20 minutes away, and she knows the boss. He doesn't like her. And I told the boss not to hire her because I know that's what she did to me.
Oh, so that's how you're getting your revenge?
Absolutely.
Wow. So is that revenge? Does she know that you actually did that and stopped her from getting a job?
I don't care if she knows or not because that's just it. You know, she deserves it in my eyes.
Okay, so I understand what's going on as an adult. I need to go back. So take me back. What was your relationship like growing up with your sister?
Wow, growing up, since I was a kid, fist fights as teenagers for the whole neighborhood to see. I'm talking hitting each other, like we're, excuse my language, like we're bitches in the street.
So I want to know, when you look at these pictures of you two as kids, how do you feel about that?
Oh my God.
Because y'all look, to me, on the outside, you look like close sisters.
I know. It makes me very upset to know that somebody so close to me can just cross me like that and take money, food out of my mouth and just violate me like that. And I wish it wasn't like this, but I wish we could go back.
So you wish you could go back before the teenage fighting years?
Yes, absolutely, yes. Before, when we were kids, we argued, bickered, but nothing like, it got worse and worse.
What does your family think about you two fighting like this?
Oh, they dislike it, and they're constantly picking sides, you know, and she definitely knows how to make me look like the bad guy in every situation. Like, I'm the type to go 0 to 100 real quick. I start screaming, throwing stuff, I want to fight. And she will stay so calm. Oh my God, she's crazy. And that makes me want to just go even worse. I swear I'll end up in jail.
So why do you blame Marina's boyfriend?
Oh my God, he's an instigator. He's the #1 instigator. Why would I ever tell him anything? That's my sister. I have loyalty with her before anybody else. And she doesn't believe me that I would go and tell her information when I would never do that.
Got it. All right, then. Well, I think, everyone, it's time to meet your sister, Marina. Please, everyone, welcome Marina to the show. Hi. How are you doing? Welcome.
Hi. How are you?
I'm really good. So, Marina, I got to ask you point blank. Did you get your sister fired?
I did not. No.
Yes, she did.
No, I did not.
Just tell the truth.
I did not.
How old are you? You're supposed to be the older sister.
Fired.
You're supposed to be the older sister.
She got herself fired.
How, when I wasn't drinking?
No.
How?
The boss told her to stop drinking,
How?
and she did not.
Marina, how do you feel about Gianna's accusations?
I feel like hurt because that's my sister. I don't have to take food out of anybody's mouth. I'm going to get my money regardless. I don't need to stop anybody's money. That has nothing to do with me. That's my sister.
So why did you?
You took food out of your own mouth.
No, I didn't.
Marina, I want to ask you this. Why didn't you like the fact that your sister was working at the
It
club?
kind of made me like, it's my little sister. It made me feel like uncomfortable. It was like weird, and like I kind of still looked at her as like a child. So
man,
like,
I'm grown.
And
I was
I didn't want her in my
18,
business.
It was legal.
You know,
Could have did whatever I
go find your own
wanted to
business. You don't need to be in my business.
Could have did.
There was a whole other
Nobody
club.
was worried
Go
about
find
your
the other
business.
club.
Girl,
you don't
bye.
need to be
Girl,
by me.
bye.
I got
There was only one
like,
club in the. There was only one club
and
in the
she talks
city.
too much.
If she thinks
That's all
that
she do is
she
run
thinks
her
I
mouth.
drink too much, why would she want me to go 20 minutes away to a different club?
I felt like she was more worried about having fun than hustling.
No.
You know what I mean?
Is that not the truth? You
Not
were
at all.
you were about to hustle?
I did definitely.
I mean,
have
she
my
did
fun.
make
Okay.
she
But
I
did make
definitely
money,
was
but
there
like
for my money.
she was like, you know, 18. Oh, I'm a stripper. It was fun. Ha ha. I was trying to tell her everyone's been through that. Like they see you. You're just started. That's a new girl. Let's get her drunk. Let's get her stuff so she won't make
I got
money.
myself drunk.
You know, so I let her know like this is what's going on. They're playing you. Like,
Yeah.
Ain't nobody
it's not.
playing me.
They're not your friends.
I did everything I
Yeah,
wanted
I can see
to
already
on
how
my
y'all
own.
communication
So,
is without even being in your household.
they're not your
So
friends.
I want to know what hurtful things did y'all say to each other?
Well, when
That she's not my sister. Not
I
my
never
real
said that. I
sister.
don't say
yes,
that.
you did.
when we do argue, we
We're on
say
TV,
like
and the truth
when
isn't
we
going to come out.
say
The
stuff,
fakeness is.
we say like really like we kind of go for like each other's insecurities.
Yeah.
And we say really mean stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we even know what we're saying sometimes. I know I don't.
What was those fights about when y'all were kids?
Oh,
She was bad.
she was mean.
Cause I had to I kind of babysat her a lot
We're
and
6 years
stuff.
apart. Like,
And
I was a kid.
the older sister, and she did not listen.
You were
She didn't
mean.
listen.
Who wanted to
She
be
was
home with her?
bad.
Who wanted to be home with this? Come on now.
But she don't
Come
listen.
on now. No.
She was bad.
Who's listening to that? No, thank
She
you.
was bad.
No, I wasn't.
She didn't listen to nobody.
Yes, I did.
Nobody.
All right,
No.
so Marina, I want to know what happened the year of Gianna's birthday.
She told my parents there was a birthday dinner, and she told them to tell me I was not allowed to come.
Absolutely. I don't want to see your face
And-
on my day.
And you know that's messed up because at the end of the day we're still family. Everyone else can come, but me. That's not right. No matter what's going on, we're still family. That's not a good look to show your family either.
I just wanted to tell the truth.
All right, so listen, we have a ping. So our producers actually contacted a manager from the strip club, and on the phone call, he revealed the real reason Gianna got fired. Listen to this.
A lot of nights when she would leave, she was smashed. I warned her many, many times. And the only reason why I gave her as many breaks as she did because of her sister. And the reason why I fired her, I finally just told her, I said, listen, I can't have you leaving here drunk every night. I'm going to be the last guy that wants to tell your parents, okay, that you got in a car accident, you left here drunk, and you got killed. I can't do that. And I says, that's why I'm letting you go. And it wasn't because of her sister. No, never told me to fire her. Never. Not once. Not once ever told me, said, you know, you ought to fire her. Never. You know, she never ever talked bad about her sister. You know, I mean, when they were here, they all got along.
So, okay, so point blank, this started as adults from the fact that you thought that your sister got you fired. We have now heard directly that your sister did not get you fired, that it was in fact your own actions of drinking and acting a certain way that got you fired. He said that your sister never even said anything bad about you.
No,
I
I
don't
did
even
not. I would
believe
never do that to her.
but
Hold on,
I-
you don't believe that?
that she didn't say nothing bad about me, but if she didn't get me fired, I do apologize.
Yeah.
And maybe I was wrong for drinking too much. And maybe, yeah.
Yeah, and I am sorry for keeping my distance from you because one thing I look back on now is that because I didn't like really want you there, I stayed away from you and to pretend that you weren't there. And in my mind, if I stayed away from you, like you wouldn't be there. And I should have handled that differently. And I do realize that now, so I probably shouldn't have did that.
Yeah,
So I do apologize for that.
It probably was the drinking too that, you know, messed with my brain and.
So outside of, I'm glad that y'all had that revelation right there of like what's going on. But I think that there's a deeper issue here because that's why I keep asking about your fights as child. Were y'all pitted against each other as children? And not consciously, was there unconscious things where like maybe one got something better, the other one didn't, where the other one felt like,
Absolutely.
okay, tell me about that.
Well, I'm the middle child,
Okay.
so she's the oldest, so she definitely got spoiled with everything, got away with everything. Me, not so much.
Okay,
You know?
so with you two, you felt like there was things that she got that you didn't get.
Yes.
Okay, and you felt like that's not the case at all? Or do you feel that's the case?
I don't really know how to feel about that, to be honest. I really didn't pay attention to what they got or not.
Got it.
You know.
But then that's why I keep asking, from your point of view, what was it that caused the dissension in your relationship?
But my boyfriend that she talked about, he did say that he thinks it's when I used to watch them that caused it, because when we argue, she brings it up a lot.
What's the age difference between you all?
We're like 6.5 years apart.
I'm 22.
Okay, 6 years is not that much. I'm trying to figure out, why are you blocking out memories?
I don't know, I do that a lot.
What was going on in your childhood? And I'm not gonna get too deep with you all, but I'm trying to, you know, what it is here is because the thing is that it seemed like there was a resolution there. When I'm telling y'all they're gonna walk right out here and start fighting. I'm gonna tell y'all point blank. So that's why I looked at that and I'm like, that was fake. That resolution was.
But I did mean that though, but it may not be a complete resolution.
I believe that there is a sincerity of like, you realize maybe your drinking caused it. You got the answers in clarity. And I believe that you're like, well, maybe I made the wrong decisions. I do believe that, but there's a bigger symptom in a cycle here that's going on. Did you have to watch her a lot?
Yeah.
So were you able to live your life? Why? Because you had to be the one to watch her?
Yeah.
Okay, was this the person who was always watching you as a kid?
Yeah.
Got it. Do you feel like she had more freedoms than you?
Yes.
Got it. But do you feel like you didn't have any freedoms at all? Got it. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Okay. Because the thing is, I was writing down some of the things of like, I look at her like she's still a kid when you said we were in the club. You said I still feel protective of her. And so there's a lot of this. Big sister had to become a mom. And big sister didn't want to become a mom. Little sister didn't need you to be my mom. Little sister needed you to just be my sister, but feels like you're scolding me every time I do something or make a decision.
Yes.
Did I just hit it on the nail?
Yeah.
Well, look at that. The reason that y'all keep going into this cycle where y'all keep coming back around each other, even though y'all are fighting, is because y'all do want to be with each other. Yeah. Y'all do want a relationship, but at the end of the day, you're still playing mom instead of big sister. And I'm going to even go one step further, and from now on, no more big sister. You're just her sister. Yeah. So when you're in situations and you see her doing something, you don't have to scold her, you don't have to make a choice, you don't have to avoid her, you don't have to say something. You can say, girl, you're going to have to live your life.
Yeah, okay.
How often are you able to say that to her? Never, because you feel like you have to always speak up.
Yeah.
That's the first lesson for you. From now on, when you see your sister making a choice, as much as it's going to pain you to see her making a choice, you've got to let her make her choices.
Okay.
Do you think you can do that?
Yeah.
But on the flip side, you got to start taking accountability for your actions.
Yes, absolutely.
You understand? Because even though she's playing mom, and even though like whatever you felt as a child is valid, like maybe you didn't get what you needed, you're rebelling, and the rebelling is only hurting you.
Yeah.
Do you think it's time to stop rebelling?
Yes, absolutely.
Why do you think you rebel?
Just to get out of my head and stuff, like, just to like stop thinking about things, and because I have anxiety too, so like I do a lot of crazy things sometimes.
So you rebel to avoid.
Yes.
You have memory loss to avoid. So what I want you to do is realize you no longer have to be her mother. You have to take accountability for your actions, but somewhere in the middle, there's something that went on that you're both trying to block and avoid that you're not focusing on. And as sisters, I think if you looked at each other one day and said, do you remember this? Do I remember this? Do you remember this feeling? Do you remember this feeling? I promise you, you'll start to heal. Y'all think there's something in there that y'all both can probably figure out together?
Yes.
You say yeah? Do you say yeah?
Probably.
Probably? Your eyes are welling up a little bit. What's going on?
I don't know.
That's all right.
I can't. It's hard for me to remember things, like it really is.
I get it. I get it. When y'all do the work to figure that out, I promise you that's where the healing's gonna start. But at least you have this first step, all right? Y'all can be okay if you do this work. Figure out what are y'all trying to block. Because whatever y'all trying to block is why y'all been fighting since you were 14 years old. And y'all gotta stop that pattern. Because one day you're gonna turn around and your sister's not gonna be there, and all you're gonna have is memories of fights. And you don't want that, do you?
No.
All right then. Y'all gonna be okay.
Thank you.
Hold on. Where are you going? I'll tell you where you're going. Right here to subscribe, and right here to watch more. Period.